down 1,000 times. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear.
Welcome to the show, guys. Happy midweek here in March. Mid-month, midweek, guys. And it is probably the slowest month of fantasy football. But the free agency, guys, it's been absolute madness. So I want to talk about some key signings and trades here and the fantasy impact revolving them. So the big guys, we're talking Josh Jacobs, we're talking Derrick Henry, we're talking Joe Mixon, we're talking Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins. I want to talk about those ones that really shine for me and a few other ones that I think are going to ripple down, have an effect here. So I want to go over that with you guys right now, my thoughts, because people keep DMing me, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? What do you think of this? I'm going to try to answer most of them here. Now, I have been doing lives in the evening, getting to a lot of the questions. Go check out the past couple of videos here on YouTube, on the lives. Go check that out. There's a ton of information of me diving into that. So it's very important that you guys turn on that bell. That's all I ask, guys. I don't ask much. I want this thing to, this channel has been big for years, right? Number one podcast, but I want it to go to ultimate heights. So, guys, click the thumbs up. And so you guys are notified when news breaks, when this happens. I'm adding the news element to this. So make sure you guys do subscribe, turn on the bell, thumbs up, really helps. And secondly, guys, very important, we just secured Trey Benson, top rookie prospect, to the Fantasy Sports Summit. Guys, you can get your tickets below and get 16 rounds. You can combo them. You get the 16-round draft session to smash your leagues. You get access to that. Use code SMASH to save. And then add the Sports Summit. It's going to be a virtual conference where it's going to be like a live podcast, mock drafts. You're entered for a PS5 to get in, and you get to hang out and see these athletes live, guys. Fantasy football players, NFL players live. Already booked Tajay Spears and Trey Benson. More to come. Big news coming. Got a big name going to be announcing very soon. So subscribe, thumbs up, turn on the bell, and guys, secure the solution and the summit ticket right now. Those are my plugs. But every time I plug something, it's a value to you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are benefiting and having the ultimate experience in fantasy football. I love this. It's my passion. I wish somebody did this before. Man, having a conference where I can hang out with athletes, nobody's ever done that. I'm going to bring that to you guys. I'm going to bring it to reality, okay? Fantasy becomes reality, all right? All right, let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about some big trades here. Jacobs to the Packers. I got to say, I like this, man. I'm not a big Jacobs fan, you guys know, but I do like this. I think this is going to be great. I think he's going to get a ton of volume. I think that offense is going to be great. I do like Jordan Love. I like this. This scores an A for me. Absolutely love it. Now, I did do a full breakdown of these grades on my Patreon group, patreon.com/FFcounselor. Join the front lines if you want direct access, okay? So, but I do like Josh Jacobs, okay? Henry to the Ravens. I talked about this on the show yesterday on the live. That's why I'm asking you guys to turn on the bell so you don't miss this, because I'm doing these lives, interacting with you guys. My thoughts on this, though, with Derrick Henry, okay? He's 30 years old. That's a big minus for me. And then you've got a quarterback that runs a lot. I'm gonna talk about this with the Saquon right after. Let's combo these two together pretty much. Henry and Saquon. They've got quarterbacks that run a lot. Now I looked at the statistics yesterday in regards to Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson only had 5 rushing touchdowns last year, but he was like pretty much second in rushing attempts, and right behind Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts ran the ball in for a touchdown 15 times compared to Lamar's 5. Now, Lamar had a bit of a lower, touchdown ratio, whatever, but it's going to go up. I think he's going to run for more touchdowns this year. I think Lamar will. So Henry and Saquon take a massive hit near the goal line because their quarterback is a running back. Okay, this is going to be a problem. That being said, depending on where the ADP is, because it's all about the value. Henry, again, I just feel 30-year-old running back to a new team. I've talked about this. I'm going to keep saying this in the offseason. You're crossing the streams. Old running back, new team. You don't want to cross the stream. So I'm not excited. Like, I'm not giddy about it, but it could be viable. It could do good, right? I just don't think on that type of offense it's a good fit. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think he's fast enough for that offense. I mean, he's fast when he gets going. He's like a freight train, but off the line, it's a bit of a problem. So Henry as my RB3 maybe, but I don't think he's going to fall that much because of the team he's on. Saquon Barkley, the opportunity is great, but you got to understand 15 rushing touchdowns from Hurts. It's going to be a problem. Again, Saquon finally has an opportunity on a good offense to really thrive. Again, big question marks there, again, depending on the value. So how I grade it, I grade Henry maybe a B, that type, maybe a B+. Again, I have my question marks in Saquon and A, but you got to understand that Hurts may be a factor there. I do like the offense he's going into, new opportunity, fresh start, still young, still dynamic, and has a chance to really shine. Problem is, do we trust him around that goal line to get as much as that work with Hurts there? Probably not. He's going to lose a lot. So that's going to be the main problem, and durability, of course, with Saquon, okay? So those are my thoughts on that. Two of my favorite signings are the quarterback signings. Now, there's been a lot of useless signings like Drew Lock and all these other guys, Jameis Winston, all these like guys that are going to be backups, right? Drew Lock, I think, went to the Giants. But listen, I got to talk about the two that I like, and that is Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson, okay? Russell Wilson, guys. I mean, the Steelers, they did well with Big Ben. He was an old dude, veteran quarterback. I mean, we saw Tomlin do really well as a coach with a veteran guy in Big Ben. And since then, it's been young guys, guys that are washed up, Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, all these other guys trying to become what Ben was. Whereas Russell Wilson already has that legacy. He already has that foundation. And he's coming off a down time, and with the Denver Broncos, he doesn't want to retire the next couple years. Saying, "Hey man, I went out terrible." He wants to go out on a high note, and he could do that. So that offense with Jalen Warren, Najee, George Pickens down, Deontay Johnson gets shipped off to the Panthers. Which again, going to that one, impact. I think he's going to be a good value. He plugs in as a wide receiver 1, right? And Bryce Young takes a step up. That's a different topic, but there's a bonus golden nugget there for you. And you got to look for those golden nuggets sometimes when I'm talking, because they give you guys some extra value off tangent there. So, again, looking at these quarterback situations, again, I do like Russell Wilson. Love the upside there. And he's going to be a value quarterback, a sleeper quarterback that may be. So his team gets a boost with the Steelers. And the big boost is Kirk Cousins with the Falcons. They get a major boost. Drake London gets a major boost. Kyle Pitts gets a major boost. Bijan gets a major boost and is going to get more volume this year. If you guys saw the training videos, Bijan looks really good. So, guys, this is a positive thing. Kirk Cousins to the Falcons, totally different offense. And in a league, and I'm going to lay this all out in 16 rounds, so make sure you guys grab 60 rounds, use code SMASH2SAVE. I've linked it below. I'm going to lay out who the optimal players are. You want to be able to secure running back early. Bijan Bijan is one of those guys because he's going to eat this year, and we're in a league where there's a ton of committees. It's committees everywhere. So, guys, Kirk Cousins, Falcons, that offense looks absolutely primed for a major fantasy football season, okay? Couple things to note here. Swift to the Bears. I'm not excited. Zach Moss to the Bengals. Now, Swift and Moss, I mean, I would imagine these teams draft a rookie. These guys aren't viable starters. If they are held to be viable starters, I can imagine that they have a capability to be starters. Injury, obviously, a factor with Swift. Finally finished a year last year. Zach Moss kind of stepped up. There's times where, Taylor wasn't there. He stepped up, but he's kind of been like, polarizing. He's good, he's bad, he's bad, he's good. I'm not really sold on him being a true guy. So, you got to take a look at that. So, again, Zach Moss, Swift, Gus Bus to the Chargers. Don't trust that. I would imagine they're going to draft a rookie, I think Blake Corum. Aaron Jones also to the Vikings. I don't even know if I trust that because he's not a true RB1, and there's a reason the Packers got rid of him. He's washed at the end of his line, end of his career. So I would imagine that they acquire like a Trey Benson or something like that. So, guys, there's still some rookies out there that are going to come into these depth charts when we're talking running back and really solidify that, okay? So, again, impact, still a lot of uncertainty until after the draft happens. After the draft, we have a better indication of what's going on, okay? So, and again, in wide receivers, Darnell Mooney on the Falcons, not excited about that. Michael Pittman re-signs. That's good for him, gets paid. They believe in him, the Colts do. There's a bunch of other signings. Again, like I talked about with Deontay Johnson, I think he's going to be valued with the Panthers. Again, there's a bunch of other ones that don't really shine and aren't too exciting for me. But again, drop your questions and comments below. I'll try to get to as many as I can. Smash that thumbs up and turn on the bell. I'm going to try to do as many of these as I possibly can. But I just wanted to come on here, just have like a discussion, a brief overview on some of my thoughts, feelings on this, because people ask me all the time, they're like, just go to this video, right? And a lot of my stuff on Instagram is like exciting stuff or fun stuff or humorous stuff or like me ripping into players and people. It's like, that's a little more entertainment. I do some stuff there. There's some fantasy analysis, but the main fantasy analysis on my podcast and YouTube, that's what you're going to get the most value from a fantasy perspective. From an entertainment perspective, follow my socials. But you're going to get entertainment and news here as well. A little more serious on the YouTube channel, a little more wild and crazy on the Instagram. So make sure you guys are following there at Fantasy Football Counselor. All right, guys, those are my thoughts. Hopefully I didn't miss anything there. Those are the main ones. If I missed anything, let me know. Oh, obviously Pollard to the Titans. I don't like this, man. I think it's going to be a 50-50 split. Tajay, I'm hoping that he takes that job, but it is annoying. Pollard, that's something that annoys me, man. But it is what it is. I think it's going to be a 50-50. Hopefully Tajay takes that starting job. Remember, just some context here. Pollard was a 4th overall pick, 2019, years ago, going into his fifth year, I think. And Tajay was drafted to replace Henry in the 3rd round, and he was the guy drafted by the Titans. Now, they did pay Pollard a lot, which is the only thing indicating he's going to get some work. It's going to be annoying a little bit, but hopefully Tajay runs with that job. And, Pollard has shown his signs of injuries in the past. So, guys, let me know what you guys think on some of this stuff. Who do you like? Who do you dislike? Do you like Henry? Are you drafting Henry? Do you like Saquon? Are you drafting Saquon? Are you concerned about Jalen Hurts? What do you think of Jacobs? I like the Jacobs thing. Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, thumbs up, and go secure the 16 rounds right now. Use code SMASH to save. I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoying these videos. I'm going to keep the content coming to you daily. We'll talk soon. I'm out.